The special teams obviously a great part of the night, 3 of 4 on the power play. What allowed you guys to catch it the first time?
I just think our our game plan, and we stuck to it, and I think playing these guys a lot in the last little bit has helped, and winning faceoffs and attacking right away. So Cat made a heck of a play on the first one and got us going.
Are you able to do more physically the last couple of games than you've been able to do recently?
I'm not going to go there. You know, I don't know. I'm not going to go there right now.
Just how good did the hat trick feel? Obviously, after your one goal, you kind of gave a little extra celebration there to the crowd, and even chanting Dylan Larkin after the hat trick goal. Just how good for you personally did that feel?
The win feels better. The way we played in the third, the way the guys laid it out there, desperate, penalty killing, just the total team effort, and you know, that was a big kill, the 5-on-3, and Simon makes a heck of a play in the corner with his long stick, and then Albert makes a great play to I think he's got a 3-on-1 there, and make himself big, and you know, was able to you know, cash in there, and that felt pretty good, and it's good. You know, don't really. Sometimes I express a little bit of emotion, but it was good to show emotion, I think, for our guys, and you know, we're just keep fighting for our lives.
You showed a lot of emotion there. Can you describe like how bad you want it, right? How bad you want to fight and get in?
Yeah, I mean, geez, it's saying it is one thing, and going home and thinking about it all day and night, and driving my wife crazy for all the ups and downs, but to go out and do it, and that's what we did tonight as a team, and I don't think our locker room, our team is going anywhere with 1-2 guys. It takes all of us, and that's our sport, and that's what it took tonight, and that's what it's going to take the next 3.
How much did you guys need a game like this? Not only the margin, but just with several guys getting kind of individual milestones.
I don't know if we needed the milestones. We needed a third period where we didn't sit on our heels, and we played with poise, and took what was in front of us, and you know, we've been talking about that, but to go out and do it is another thing, and we did it tonight.
Dylan, you've seen Moritz over the years now for a while. Can you express in words what he means to this group and everything that he does?
Yeah, I mean, he's a different player than Zach and Hughes and McCarr, but he's just as important to our team, and you know, I can't say enough good things about him, and how tough he is, how hard he is. Those guys don't grow on trees, and to get a guy like that eats minutes and sacrifices his body, and then, you know, tonight he's on the good side of a lot of plays, and because he can make plays, and he has confidence to do it.
Do you feel like he belongs in that Norris conversation with those other guys you mentioned?
I do. I think making the playoffs is a big factor of that, but the way he defends, the way like I said, how he means to our team, or what he means to our team, and the role, the matchups he gets every night. I mean, it's 82 games, and he's never missed a game in his career, and it's been like that since the day he arrived.
Dylan, you saw Alex score 40 goals tonight, but beyond the goals, can you describe the impact he has on this team, just for some of the snarl he plays with for a player his size?
Yeah, he's an unbelievable hockey player. Plays way bigger than his size, and his goal scoring is as advertised, and when he gets it, he's dangerous. He holds on to the puck. He drives our offense, and you know, him and Kaner, they've really they find each other so well, similar to when they played in Chicago, and you know, it's impressive. Those guys drive offense, and he means so much as well as Mo does. You know, those 2 guys are so important to our team. Thank you.
Give it to him, bud. Yeah.
Obviously tonight, that the 2 points for the team, obviously a little bit more. Great effort by everyone. Obviously that makes it a little bit easier on yourself, and everyone stepped up big today, especially penalty killers. That was huge. Kind of switched the whole game around, and that's only one of 4. And I think that should be the message into our locker room right now. We need 6 more points, and then we'll see where we land.
How great was it to see Dylan Larkin kind of put the team on his back there with the hat trick?
Great. Obviously, he's our leader. We believe in him. We don't really care what you guys say about us outside this locker room. So we always trust him. He's an important player, and he definitely put the team on the back tonight, and we need that 3 more times.
Is it the
Was
best?
it just that start to the second period to get those quick lead like that?
Obviously, it kind of switches the whole game around. Even though I thought we played well in the first, got the crowd into it in the second, really kept it simple. Then obviously a great kill and then another goal by Larks. Yeah, obviously that's something we got to take away from that game, that we can kill momentums, and we just got to keep moving.
Obviously, Dylan was hurt, and then he's playing through something. It's obvious to everybody. Is this the last couple games, the best he's looked to you since he got hurt?
Sure, if you want to say so. I know we're a better team with him in the lineup than without, and that's what I care about the most.
Moritz, I know the win is what you guys care most about, but when there's a night where if you guys get milestones like that, does it kind of add something in the locker room and here afterward?
Obviously, that's something where you kind of see that you don't want to waste that season. Obviously, Alex scoring 40, and those are things that we don't want to take for granted, and they should mean something. And if there's a bigger picture, then yes, obviously we want to get everyone once again in the playoffs, but little things like that, they add up, and we should definitely celebrate a little bit, but we need 6 more points.
Hey, Bo, when they pulled one back to make it 4-2, what did you like most about the way you guys closed the game out from there, especially in the third?
Just our composure. I mean, you guys know how nervous we sometimes get. I don't know for what reason, but there has been games where we kind of just let our shoulders sink with 1 goal, and then it kind of turns around. So it was a great response today. I think we just tried to play our game 60 minutes, and I think it worked. We really put their defensemen on their heels, sustained pucks in the O zones or the O zone, and then just really capitalized on our chances. Even though we had even more chances on 2-on-1s and breakaways, so I think that's definitely positive.
How encouraging is it that you obviously need every point you can get, and they need points too, and it's not just a win, but a resounding win. Does that make a difference that you guys have responded so strongly that way?
I think it should just mean a little bit more, but in the end, 2 points are 2 points. And I can only repeat myself. We need 6 more, and hopefully a little bit of help. And then we'll see where we be.
Where do you feel? You said that you don't care what people say, what we say on the outside. Do you feel negativity creeping in, and the critics, you guys trying to block that out?
I mean, I think everyone knows that if things aren't going well, especially in March, then people start barking a little bit, and that's their right. That's how you guys get headlines, but I think we just gotta do something about that in a positive way, and I think we kind of fueled that as a little bit of motivation and a little bit more effort and pride in that jersey, and I think hopefully that was a little step in the right direction.
What goes through on the bench when you see John Gibson leave, given how important, especially he's been to you guys?
He's been incredible, but we got a great backup with Taps. Stepped in, he was ready to go right from the start, and I think there are no doubts whoever starts on that. Obviously, Gibby is our go-to guy, but there has been stretches where Taps was leading the way, and those are little things. Obviously, we want to take the win for Gibby as well.
You seem to have a motor that just doesn't quit. Do you personally have a benchmark in a game where you think that's about all I can play?
No. Thank you.
Todd, to have a number of your leaders between Dylan's hat trick, Kat getting 40 goals, Mo having a 5-point night, what was the significance for you to have your leaders spearheading this evening?
They all had real good games, and for us to have success, they need to be doing that. Now, Mo can't have 5 points every night. Larks can't have a hat trick. Cat got to 40. Like, we had good contributions from them tonight, and they don't always have to be milestone nights, but they were a huge factor in the outcome of the game.
How much do you think a victory like this can do, such a convincing one for a team where you guys are at?
Well, I'd like to think it can do a lot for us. We haven't had an offensive outburst like that in a long, long time. So maybe some guys are a little looser now, and we could score some goals. I don't know, but I don't think it can hurt at all. So I'm going with the positive and trying to bundle that game up, and let's play it again against Jersey on the weekend.
Just there are some defensemen who probably are flashier than Moritz, but can you quantify what he means to this team? I mean, just he does everything so well.
You just said it, everything. He does do everything, and he does do it well almost all the time. It's actually quite remarkable when you think of his age and what he's already accomplished, and he's getting better, which is a real good sign for him and us. But real solid, and I don't know how many of you were at practice yesterday. I thought our practice helped us for the game today. We talked about that a little bit, but I thought he was excellent in practice yesterday. His leadership was real good when the mood was kind of iffy to begin with. I thought Mo did a real good job of setting the tone there, and it carried over into the game.
Do you have an update on Gibson?
Well, you got obviously the collision early in the game or mid game, and he had a little stiffness, I don't know if it was cramping or stiffness or whatever it was, but seems to be doing okay now. We'll obviously monitor him and know a bit more tomorrow.
And just obviously the power play came up huge there, especially in that special teams early in the second period. Just what are you seeing from the power play? It seems like after a little bit of a dry spell, it seems to kind of be picking up again.
Well, I looked at it, and I can't remember the exact number of games, but we were running at 25%, which is a pretty good number for us over the last little bit. This will obviously boost it a bit more. But over and above that, we've had some chances. We've had some looks. Tonight they went in for us. Tinkered with it a little bit. And confident. Cat set the tone right off the bat. He took the puck, he attacked the net, and set the tone for the power play the rest of the night. Penalty kill, we had 6 kills. I didn't realize we had that many because there were so many segmented ones. But they did a real good job for most of the night.
Is this the best Dylan has looked the last couple of games since he was hurt? And what do you see beyond the goals?
Clearly, he's skating better the last 2 games than he had been. So that's a really easy answer, yes. And what did we see from the goals? Well, beyond the goals. That exact comment, like the skating, the pace, and the ability to separate from the checkers and pull away. Even more power and pop in a shot, and a lot of that comes from loading your body up with your legs and releasing it. So saw a lot of real good things.
Like, I know how bad he wants to make the playoffs, and when you can't do it physically, there's got to be frustration, right? Can you see his spirits lift? You saw the emotion after he scored, right? Like, he can do something about it physically.
Yes, naturally. Everybody wants to make the playoffs, and he's a big part of us trying to get there, and a bit of a relief for him. It's been a while since that's happened for him. So real good that way, and when he's pushing through some of what he's going through right now, and you can't score, there's other ways that you can help the team, and we've been trying to angle towards that a little bit. Tonight he broke out offensively, which was a good thing.
Hey Todd, how confident were you after the last 2 games and then practice yesterday that these guys were going to show up this type of way? I guess this shows you something about their character and resilience.
Well, yeah, I don't. When that question is a real good question. That question kind of bothers me that we'd even have to ask it at this time of the year when we're that close. But I understand. I think, Helene, you asked me yesterday about after practice and addressing the group. I felt at that point like they were ready to play. I thought we had a good practice. I believe the things we worked on carried over into the game today. So, they should be showing up. They should be playing, and they did.
There's kind of an idea that goal scorers tend to be streaky. What do you think it is about Alex that you kind of notice him all 82, no matter whether he's putting it in or not?
Yeah, he is streaky. If it goes away, it's away for a little bit, but then once that first one comes, I can't really describe it. I don't know what happens, if he feels even better or more confident, commands the puck a little bit more. Maybe his sights are set a little bit better, or he gets the shot off a bit quicker, but that was a hell of a goal, like for him to pull and pause and then go straight up. That's a goal scorer's goal, and what did he get, his 40th tonight, so there you go.
I asked Seider if there was a level of minutes that he'd be asked to play that he'd have to say no to, and he said, no, there's not. I mean, as a coach, obviously you can't play him all 60 minutes, but you must have in mind how much you want to play him, and does his motor just kind of almost leave you awestruck? Because obviously everybody in the room's in tremendous condition, but it just seems like he's playing hard minutes and he never stops.
He is, I don't know who I was speaking to. He's like a diesel engine. They just keep running and running. Yet he's a greyhound. He can go, and it doesn't faze him. I can't remember seeing him bent over in a shift where the legs are just so stiff and he can't move. I can't remember seeing that. And he's been caught out there a few times for lengthy ones. So, if I was picking somebody on our team that would run marathons or ultra, whatever, marathons, it would be him. Incredible athlete.
Todd, at 4-2, if they get a third, that can feel like a very different game the rest of the way, but it felt like you guys played pretty clean, pretty measured hockey from there on out, especially in the third. What did you like most about the finish?
That we got 5, that we were at least aggressive enough to attack the net. We had some good scoring chances in the third. It started out a little indifferent. We were, bit of a chess match, but once we got going again and got aggressive, we created opportunities for ourselves. And then when you get to 5, it feels a little better. Obviously, 6 feels real good. So, and again, we haven't had that cushion for a long, long time. So it felt different. It felt good.